So I got into a big debate back in March, and the debate was about kids or having kids and whatnot. I'm gonna read a thing that I got into with somebody that she tweeted on Twitter about that. So by a woman named Liz Wheeler, and this is back in March of 22nd, 2022. She had this quote on Twitter, which she said this quote: "Truly, the saddest thing in the world is when people deliberately choose not to have children. The most wonderful, fulfilling, sanctifying thing is having a baby with your spouse. Have lots of babies." Okay, so so when I saw that, I replied to her. I don't have to reply here, but something to the effect of, I agree with that sentiment if you truly want children. If you don't want children, you should not be forced to. Now, I'm a father of two. Okay, my wife and I, we planned our children. We decided to have kids. It wasn't an accident. When we decided to have kids, we tried for kids. We have two boys, which we love for our life. Okay, and I agree with the sentiment there. But not everybody, number one, could have children for starters that want it. But also, we need to get out of this mindset too, especially as I got older. I've got more mature on this, and I've become more progressive, I guess, in thinking here. Because a lot of people believe that your mission in life, women's missions in life, is to have kids, is to get older, whatever it may be, have kids, and then that's it. But there are people who don't want to have kids, and a lot of people feel pressured because of background, because of whatever they're what they grew up as, to have kids. I think having children is a wonderful thing. I love being a father. It's not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not easy, but I love having kids. I love my sons more than life itself. Okay, but there's also the other impact of things that people understand. There are people who have children who don't want children, but they have kids because their mom or their father says so, or they're pressured to because of society. And then they end up resenting the kids because they didn't want kids in the first place. But they did it to live up to the societal norms, whatever that is. If you don't want kids, don't have kids. I always tell my friends, all of my friends who don't have kids, that they on the fence about it. I always tell them this. Be honest with yourself. If you don't want kids, don't have it. Because what's going to end up happening when you have a kid, you're going to end up resenting it, and they want to resent you for it. Because look, they'll know. They'll know. So this idea that we're supposed to have kids because that's what I was taught. That's what this religion says, and this and that, or that's the societal norms. No. The norms are you do what's best for you. If you know you don't want kids, don't have it. It makes no sense at all. Don't feel pressure. If you want kids, definitely go at it. I always say, when people come to me and ask me for advice, I can't tell you. I always say this too. Don't imply your situation to that person that's asking. You can only imply what it means to you. When I got married first, people don't know this though. When I got married, when Lauren and I got married in 2011, we got married with the intention of not having children. We were okay with this being her and I. We were going to travel. We were going to work and travel and just design the life we wanted. And a year later, we just kind of said, you know what? I think we want kids now. She agreed. We agreed. And then a couple months later, I knocked her up. And we had our first kid 9 months later, Eli. And then we did it again. But we did that because that's something we wanted. We weren't pressured to have kids. Because we were okay with not having children at one point. We decided to. So when people approach me, male or female, when they ask me about should I have kids or not, I always say, you do what's right for you, okay? I know having two boys, as difficult as at times, believe me it is, because my boys are very challenging. They push me to the ends, stress and all. It was still worth it. It was good for me. It might be good for you too. I don't know. But I'm very truthful about that. Do the thing you want to do based on the thing that you want to do. Don't do it for the right reasons, and do it because you're not pressured. Do it because you want to do it. But if you don't want kids, don't have kids. Don't feel pressured. And, look, I want to believe that what this woman, Liz Wheeler, said was full of good intention. In fact, I'm going to believe there was full of good intentions. But at the same time, everyone has different situations. You got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone can have kids. The people I know, that good friends of mine that been trying for years to have kids, and they can't have it because of the science, because it's just not sticking. You know, or it may be. So you got to also respect that part too as well. I always say, if you want kids, have it. If you don't want kids, don't have it. And do it. But whatever you decide, do it for the right reasons. And that's how I live my life, is doing things because I want to, not because I'm forced to. You know what I'm saying? So